Hi everyone, I hope you're well. It's Wednesday at 10 past 1. As you can see, I'm sitting in my bedroom. I work from home on a Wednesday, and this is the one quiet spot I could find in my house. So, this video is just to go through assessment 2 and just give a further bit of explanation to what is required of you in the assignment. So, you'll see me looking to the side, that's because I'm looking at the module outline on another screen. So, um, this assessment is due in session 9. It's the length will be 2.5 to 3,200 words, and it counts for 30% of your paper. So it's a case study, just like the first one. So I'm not going to go through what a case study is again because I did that last time. So this case is all about someone by the name of Sehle. He's 20 years old, and his case. So just like last time, you're going to have 4 questions to answer based on Sehle. Right, so the first one is, what would your primary diagnosis of Sehle be according to the DSM-5 and ICD-10? Okay, just a point here of ICD-10 and DSM-5. Remember to use the primary source of your information for the DSM-5 to actually be the DSM itself. I made a comment in quite a few papers about that. And then the other thing, because the ICD-10 and the DSM-5 are very similar in many regards, don't feel the need to repeat everything from the one to the other. So just if you go according to the DSM first, highlight the criteria and give examples that are relevant to the case, or relevant from the case rather, and then for your ICD-10, just highlight those that are different from or in addition to DSM-5. Don't go through all the criteria when they're for those that are exactly the same. Number 2, sorry, you can probably hear my husband trying to get my daughter down for a nap. And number 2, are there any issues that need to be considered regarding potential differential diagnosis? So just to clarify what a differential diagnosis is, it's what else this person could be diagnosed with if it weren't for the primary diagnosis. So it's not a comorbid. A comorbid is they have this and that. A differential diagnosis is, I thought it was this, but this is why it's not that. And this is why it's the primary diagnosis. If any of you watched House, the series with the medical doctor, they would always go into a room with a whiteboard and they'd do the differential diagnosis. And they'd say, it could be Munchausen's, it could be lymphoma, it could be this. And then they'd go through why it isn't that to try and deduce what it is. And that's doing a differential diagnosis. Then it says, discuss the specific challenges of a diagnosis of this disorder within a South African context. So there you're looking specifically at our context in being South Africa, the cultural dynamics, and you'll see when you read this case, and hopefully based on what you've learned in the module so far, you'll realize there's some pertinent cultural considerations that you need to make. And then it says, how would you manage this case, given the divergent belief systems of the family from the Western perspective, with specific regard to management interventions? So in this question, you need to put yourself in the role of a case manager. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what a case manager is. You need to go do some research. Go see what a case manager is. And in the question 4, you've got to say, given the family's traditional belief system and the Western way of working with psychiatry and psychology, how would you do your job as a case manager given those differing views? Okay, so you're going to look at what is the job of a case manager and how would you manage this case given the different belief systems. And then the rubric, same as last time, you've got 35% going towards engagement with literature, theory, DSM-5 and ICD-10. The next 50% of the paper goes to application of contextualized knowledge and multicultural perspectives on the case. And then there are 10 marks allocated to APA and 10 to style and audience engagement. So that's more like your writing style. And that gives a mark out of 100. Okay, so that's it. I'll do a post about a Zoom session I'll set up to discuss this further, but hopefully this does clarify some questions you might have on this assignment. Okay, good luck. Bye-bye.